Welcome to our lecture online. Now let's take a look what a Norton equivalent circuit looks like when we attach a load. Again, to find the specifics about the circuit, you want to remove the load first, then find the Norton current, the Norton equivalent impedance, and then you attach the load to see what happens to the circuit. So again, we realize that the Norton impedance is the same as the Thevenin impedance, and it's found in exactly the same way. We remove the load first, then we take every current source and we remove the current source and we replace it by an open circuit. We take every voltage source and replace it by a short circuit, and then what's left, we calculate the impedance across A to B, and that will then be the Thevenin equivalent impedance, which is the same as the Norton impedance. To find the Norton current, we find the Thevenin voltage and divide it by the Thevenin impedance. We already know how to find the Thevenin impedance. To find the Thevenin voltage, we restore all the sources, and then we calculate the voltage across the terminals from A to B. That becomes the Thevenin voltage. Now what happens when we then calculate the voltage from A to B when we don't attach a load to the Norton equivalent circuit? Well, the voltage from A to B will be the same as the voltage across the Norton impedance. Notice that they're in parallel, so the voltage across here will be the same as the voltage across there, which can be found by taking the current through the impedance times the impedance. And of course, the current through the impedance is the same as the Norton current, so it's simply the product of the Norton current times the Norton impedance. And of course, to find the Norton current, that is the Thevenin voltage divided by the Thevenin impedance. And since the Norton impedance is the same as the Thevenin impedance, notice that the voltage across from A to B is the same as the Thevenin voltage. That's no different than we found in the Thevenin equivalent circuit. Now, what about if we have a load attached to the circuit like we have over here? Well, now things change a bit. Notice that the current through the load is the current from A to B with the load impedance attached. How to find that? Well, you take the Norton current from the source, and now notice that that current divides itself over the two branches. And then we use the equation that the current through the load impedance is equal to the Norton current times the impedance in the other branch, the Norton impedance, divided by the total or the sum of the two impedances. And so since the Norton impedance is the same as the Thevenin impedance, we can write the equation like that. It's the Norton current times the Thevenin impedance divided by the sum of the Thevenin impedance and the load impedance. So that will be equal to the load current. Now, since we can replace the Norton current by the voltage over the impedance, the Thevenin voltage over the Thevenin impedance cancels out. So the current through the load is simply the Thevenin voltage divided by the impedance of the load plus the Thevenin impedance or the Norton impedance. So either way, you can calculate it like that. What about the voltage from A to B when you have a load? Notice the voltage from A to B is simply the current through A and B, from A to B when the load is connected. So that would be over here. It would be the current through the impedance times the impedance. And so we can simply say it's the load impedance times the current through the load. Well, we can replace the current through the load by what that's equal to. Well, we'll calculate that over here. Notice the load current is equal to this. So when we replace that, we can then take the load current, replace it by this, times the impedance of the load, and notice now the equation becomes this. The voltage from A to B is simply the current, the Norton current, times the product of the two impedances divided by the sum of the two impedances. Well, essentially, that is equal to the equivalent impedance of the circuit with the load attached. So notice that these are two impedances in parallel. If you take the equivalent impedance, that's the product over the sum, which is what we get here, times the Norton current is the voltage from A to B. And essentially, you can see that this would then be a single node. You can simply see that the voltage from A to B is simply the Norton current multiplied times the equivalent impedance of the circuit with the load attached. Again, it's important to go through that and understand that so we don't get confused when there's a load attached to the circuit and when there's not a load attached to the circuit, so we see what to do when we want to calculate the voltage, the impedance, the current, and so forth. And that is how it's done. Okay. All right.